can places hold karma, quote unquote, just as people can, as in energetic cycles to be unraveled, perhaps energies passed on to others to complete this task?
Well, again, what do you imply by karma? I think everyone, I'm repeating on and on what karma is a vessel. Karma is a vessel of those karmic distortions within consciousness. So
But couldn't a place itself become a vessel for such energies within the greater,
yes, definitely.
morphogenetic field?
If, as I said, let's say you're sitting by your desk and continuously writing a novel and you're imagining something, so your thoughts, your emotions affect places, affect objects which you get in touch with in a certain mental or emotional state, right? So when you get in touch with some objects or people, you impact their field so as they impact your field with their emotions and thoughts. But it only happens as long as you connect and link to the same kind of a level of vibration of thoughts and emotions. So what comes to places, let's say if something terrible happened, let's say a murder happened, or some crisis happened, or there were a lot of quarrels in that particular place. So that place will vibrate these heavy kind of energetical, I don't know, kind of energy particles, or it will have a cloud. Let's put it as a cloud. It will have an energy cloud of that sort that will vibrate for a while. Now, if someone comes to live there, they will be affected by that. Or these clouds usually become a food for some other entities. They feed off these emotions on the level of emotions. So these places will attract different entities who will try to stay there to emphasize their state of being, or they will feed their, not sorry, emphasize what I'm saying, but the kind of, they would like to kind of be rooted in that state, and they will feed off that state, So all the places, all the energy spots have certain power, let's say some spiritually charged energy spots, because someone consecrated, someone projected a part of their consciousness. And when you go into India, let's say there are some spots, but because so many people come there and they pollute that spot with their energies, with their emotions and drama, so with time, these energy spots lose their potential, although they will still vibrate to some degree that strong power, because that consecration was done beyond the emotional level. But the people's emotions and thoughts, the people who visit that place, they will start covering that space with these lower energy vibrations. And so with time, it will kind of pollute the space, because there will be more of that emotional energy there rather than the subtle perceived, because the subtle will no longer have a connection with the subtle of a living being. So if more pure beings would come to that place, they would straight perceive beyond the emotional level. But most of the people come on the level of emotions, and so they connect only to the emotions, which is the pollution of that space over time. So, but yet, let's say negatively charged spaces, like some after murder, after some kind of quarrels and negative, or sometimes person has been sick. What is sickness? Decomposition. They've been for a long time decomposing and suffering the process alive. So the consciousness has gone through a lot of kind of physical and emotional suffering. So after them, there will be the same vibration left for a while. And if people are not aware or don't have means to purify, that space will kind of try to it will vibrate it. And so some entities or some other beings will be impacted. Either they will feed off that energy or they will be impacted negatively. Whenever they sit on that place or come to that place, they'll feel that something is attaching to them, especially if they find response to that. If they don't have the same vibration within themselves, this will not attach to them, and their presence will be more powerful than that of the place. Let's say if you're an evolved being and your emotions are balanced and that you don't have these attachments or do not connect to such level of vibration, your presence will dissipate these lower gusts or some kind of, clouds of energy that has been staying there for a while. All right. So that's my perspective on these things. The same also goes with objects. Let's say you're wearing a piece of jewelry or something, and all of a sudden it breaks. It's because it has attracted jealousy, the thoughts of jealousy, comparison, while you were wearing it. It attracted attention, negative attention. And so that necklace breaks. So it attracted that. But if it's too much, then it goes over the necklace, it goes and affects you. Sometimes people carry these protective amulets and they think that the amulet is able to protect. No. If that amulet is not charged by the highly evolved consciousness, which is beyond emotions, so this amulet will not be able to protect them, because it will allow strong negative emotions to pass through into the energy body and affect the energy body, which is called psychic attack or some kind of disempowerment. The person will start feeling sick, yawning, burping, having negative digestive response, and so on. So the most important, as a conclusion, is to keep your personal space of consciousness pure. If you vibrate purity, if you vibrate selflessness, nothing can attach to you because you go beyond the emotional level. If you get irritated, you go into anger mode, into rage, into hate, into comparison, into projection of power into others. If you feel disempowered by the presence of others, if you compare yourself, you feel jealousy, greed, and so on. So you start attracting the same. You attracted by connecting to it yourself consciously with your own thoughts. And so whether it's a place that vibrates or people you interact, it doesn't matter. You either connect to it or you keep yourself above it, or you dissipate it within your own space, which is beyond the emotions and thoughts, which vibrates purity.